Human beings can survive without sex. However, what they cannot survive without is touch. There is in fact a lot more to touch and physical contact than mere sexual or physical intimacy. Touch, whether it's in the form of a handshake, gentle stroking for an infant, a cuddle, or hug, or sometimes even the simple act of just lying in bed together. It can be very comforting, deeply soothing. Touch is one of the key ways in which we establish a connection, a bond with someone. It is also the primary tool by which we communicate warmth, fondness, or even a feeling of compassion. Research over the years has shown that there are immense psychological and emotional benefits linked to touch and healing. The pandemic, while an opportunity of solitude for some, has left many grappling with a harrowing sense of loneliness. The prosaic walls of home, the mundane sky, unearthly afternoons make us tremble. The summer is grey. Comfort, however, can be found in the things that discomfort us.
Social distancing will have a lasting effect on our communication. Handshakes and hugs may transform into more non-tactile greetings, such as a wave or a bow. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, believes that Americans should never shake hands again. Meanwhile, Paul G. Zack of Claremont Graduate University admits that although it will take time to get back to what was normal, physical touch remains a salient factor in our health and should never be ignored. For now, as we find ourselves deprived of touch, we may find mediated solutions in the field such as extended reality, or XR, that shows growing industry impact in not only the workspace and school, but at home as well. In 2019. The desire to stay connected at home has been answered by recent product releases. XR refers to all immersive technologies, augmented reality, virtual reality, as well as although these devices have been helpful blending the real and the virtual world while physically distant, they all lack the dimension of touch.
What would you do when the pandemic is over? What is something that you have really missed during these last 8 months?
The Apple Watch can create vibrations that stimulate your heartbeat.
I want to hug my parents.
You can send them to friends
and experience
as
all over again what that feels like.
The Purry Hug is a stuffed
I want to be able to hug my friends, share a meal without anxiety or overthink the entire experience.
That's not to say that we haven't tried to
be with my
mediate
parents
touch
who are
through various
elderly.
technologies. The Apple Watch can create
boyfriend.
vibrations that simulate your heartbeat,
intimacy.
which can then be sent to friends as a more intimate method of communication.
I want to be with my grandchildren. I want to touch their face, to hold their hands and give them a kiss on their forehead.
Efforts like these can be combined
My
into an
daughter
entire
was supposed to visit us in April 2020.
accelerating us towards a future
After a whole year,
where consensual touch can not only be accepted but celebrated as well. Incorporating touch into our digital communications could not only help mitigate the effects of skin hunger, but hopefully allow human bonding even when physically apart. Holding hands with a loved one is much more than the simple perception of palm against palm.
I feel guilty for not being able to go, but I have a 90-year-old mother and I'm scared that I would be putting her life to risk.
Ahead of the launch of his memoir, Green Lights, Hollywood actor Matthew McConaughey
I was
opened up
blackmailed
about
into
being
having
molested
sex
as
for
a
the
teenager.
first time when I was 15.
A former Great Ormond Street Hospital
Molested by a
porter
man
has
when I was
admitted
18
child sexual offences
while I lay
against
unconscious
6 boys aged
in the back
as
of a
young
van.
as 6 over 35 years.
Understand what
Paul
is happening
Farrell,
with them at that
55
age.
himself,
In some
has
cases,
pleaded
even the
guilty to
parents ask them to keep
58
quiet to
instances
avoid
of
a
child
bad
sexual abuse carried out between 1985 and 2020. The Sabrimala temple controversy raised slogans like "All women are untouchables." This periodic untouchability faced by Savarna women is not akin to the perpetual untouchability faced by Dalit women. These slogans rarely serve to subvert the narratives of Dalit women
The
instead.
untouchable was
For
not
instance,
allowed to use the public
being an upper
streets
caste
if a
activity.
Hindu was coming
Because
along,
pickles are
lest
generally used
he
for
should
food
pollute the Hindu
preservation
by
when
his
there is
shadow.
excess left.
The
Dalit
untouchable
folks,
was
however,
required to have a
generally
black
face
thread
food scarcity,
either on
so
his
they
wrist
never really
or on
end
his
up
neck
making pickles.
as a sign
Therefore,
or a
this
mark
whole
to
"do
prevent
not
the
touch
Hindus
the
from
pickle"
getting
myth
themselves
is
polluted
generally
by
an
his
upper
touch
caste
through
taboo.
mistake.
In fact,
In Pune,
most menstrual
the
taboos
capital of
we
the
encounter
Peshwa,
are an
the
amalgamation
untouchable
of the
was
caste
required to
system and
carry,
patriarchy.
strung from
The
his waist,
Brahminical ideals
a
of
broom
being
to sweep
pious
away
and
from
pure
behind
are
the
adhered
dust
to
he treaded
as
on,
these rituals
lest
and
a
taboos.
Hindu walking on the
Similarly,
same should
when
be
Savarna
polluted.
women are stripped of their rights
In
to enter a
Pune,
temple during
the untouchable was
menstruation,
required to carry
Dalit
an earthen
women
pot hung
never
around his
even
neck
had that
wherever
right to
he
begin
went,
with.
for
In a
holding his
ritual
spit,
followed in Andhra Pradesh,
lest the spit
the
falling
clothes
on
worn
earth
by an
should
upper
pollute
caste
a
girl
Hindu
during her
who
first
might
menstruation
unknowingly happen
are
to tread
given
on
to
it.
somebody called a chakli.
Let me take
that
more
is, a
recent
lower
facts.
caste woman.
The
This
tyranny
tradition
practiced
is
by the
followed
Hindus upon
in
the
order to
Balai,
pass on the
an
pollution
untouchable
brought by
community
the
in
first
central India,
menstruation to a
will
lower
serve
caste
my
person
purpose.
to preserve
You will
the
find a
integrity
report
of the
on
upper
this
caste
on the
household.
Times of India of 4th January 1928.
patient, I'll endure steps. But make believe that's the tip to encompass the attitude of love for you, space and time compatible. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? When your friends say I'm gonna get for you, I do what
In a new article in Science, Dr. Subramaniam Sundaram at Boston and Harvard University argues that it is high time to rethink robotic touch. Scientists have long dreamed of artificially engineering robotic hands with the same dexterity and feedback that human hands have. Now, after decades, we are at the precipice of a breakthrough thanks to two major advances. One, we better understand how touch
Research suggests that being on the receiving end of
we have the mega computational powerhouse called machine learning to recapitulate biology in silicon.
May not. The
Robotic
field of psychology
hands with a
has
sense of
long
touch and
contended
the
that
AI
simple
brain to
human
match
touch
it
offers
could
many
overhaul
benefits,
our idea
such as
of
reducing
robots.
stress,
Rather
providing
than
feelings
charming,
of
if somewhat
comfort,
clumsy
improving
novelties,
physical health, and
robots
supporting
equipped with
brain
human-like
development.
hands are
In
far more
adults,
capable of
touch
routine
within the
tasks like
context
making
of intimate
food,
human
folding
relationships
laundry, and
has been
specialized
studied
missions like
as an
surgery
important
or
component
rescue.
of relationship
But
satisfaction.
machines aren't the
As
only
it
ones
turns
to
out,
gain.
attachment
For
styles
humans,
were found to
robotic
influence
prosthetic
the
hands
extent to
equipped
which
with
participants
accurate,
benefited
sensitive,
from touch
and high-resolution
behaviors.
artificial
Importantly,
touch
these
is the
benefits were
next
strongest
giant
amongst
breakthrough
those with
to
anxious
seamlessly
attachment,
link a
who were perhaps
biological
more
brain
tuned into
to
their
a
partner's
mechanical
demonstrations
hand.
of touch. Surprisingly, avoidant attachments was not associated with a decreased benefit
It is
from
not a
touch
stretch to
behavior,
say that
something
stretchable
that the
sensors
researchers
would
call
change
an
the way
interesting
soft robots
paradox,
function and
given
feel.
that these avoidant
In fact,
participants
they will be
reported
able to
less
feel
desire for
quite
these
a lot.
behaviors.
Cornell University
studies were limited
researchers
due
have
to a
created a
reliance
fiber
on
optic
self-reports
sensor
on touch
that
behavior,
combines low-cost
which may still
LEDs
be
and dyes,
biased.
resulting
Still,
in a
the findings
stretchable
suggest
skin
that both
that
receiving
detects
and providing
deformations
touch
such
had
as
strong
pressure,
benefits for
bending,
couples,
and strain.
especially those with
The
attachment
sensors could
styles
give soft
characterized
robotic
by
systems
fearfulness
and
and
anyone
dependency.
using augmented technology the ability to feel the same rich tactile sensations that mammals depend on to navigate the natural world. The researchers are working to commercialize the technology.